Hello and welcome to my greenhouse. Today I'll be putting on the tomatoes that I pricked out about a week ago. They were originally planted on the 24th of March, so they're ready to get put onto a bigger pot. I'm going to use these pots that I got from Aldi, I think they were. They're, what are that, just under 3 inches, so that's was that between a 7 and a 9? Does it actually say what it's on there? Does it say the size? Yes, it's an 8 by 8 by 7. I was close. That's centimeters. So they're going to get sorted. I've moved the onions that were in this greenhouse into the glass house so that they can get used to cooler overnight temperatures, because there's no heat in the glass house where there has been in here. It's going to get cold tonight and tomorrow, and it's been a bit blustery and windy so far this week. Yesterday was terrible, but today it's just gusting every now and again. Although it's nice and bright and warm through the glass with the sun, it's only about 8 degrees outside at the moment. I think the high will be around about 10 degrees at about 2 o'clock, but then temperature will drop overnight. Same again tomorrow. The BBC forecast said anywhere between 1 and 2 degrees overnight, so hopefully the glass house will retain a fair amount of heat and won't freeze. It's a bit congested in there at the moment. I might take a photograph of it to show how crowded it is, although I'm a bit ashamed of it for the time being, so I probably won't. The way things are with the veg beds, or I've got to give them a good weed, get rid of all the stuff that's growing that's a plant in the wrong place, I think is the phrase for a weed, and then get that all ready for the onions to go in. I'm in two minds whether to start carrots now or just go for a late batch, because I've got a lot of onions. I'll certainly take up one bed, possibly two, in which case that means I've only got one bed for the beans, which I'm going to start this week as well, and one bed which is half filled with cabbage, and I want to get these cabbage and kale, I want to get these cauliflower into there as well when they're a bit bigger. So it's all juggling as usual in a small garden. I can always use large pots if I want to, but we'll see how things progress. But for now, I'll spin you around and we'll have a look at the root system that's developing on these tomatoes, and I'll get them potted on. Cheers! Right, well, we'll start with the yellow perfection and have a look at the roots. You can see that they're starting to come through there. Not too bad. What I'll do is I'll just go straight in the bottom. Use some of this leftover material from earlier. So not a great deal of difference between the two pots, but I have managed to plant it a little bit deeper. They'll be going into at least one more pot. I'm going to put them into a 1 litre long tom. So what I'll do now is I'll just give them a quick sprinkle of water. And then put them on the Supa 7 automatic, well, say automatic watering. It's just got the what is it? The mat, the absorbent mat on, and I'll put you on pause and then carry on and get the rest done. See how far we get. Right, what I've got here is the Tiny Tim, and it's very small. I suppose that's why it gets its name, Tiny Tim. But look at the underneath, the roots are just starting to show through. So rather than just go too deep, I'm going to make a I think it's called a replica hole. If I remove this, there we go, should be the template. Get this one, drop it in, put it down. There we are, it's a little bit deeper than it was before, but not too much. I'll just give it a splash of water and pour it on. So this is the root system on one of the Supa Mamas. It's looking lovely, nice. It's a bit dry, but that's all right. So just put it in and put a bit more compost around it. At this stage I wouldn't ordinarily use the compost that was sieved, but I just happen to have it here and I don't need any more sieved compost, certainly for a couple of days, so I thought I'd get that done. So there we go, it's got a little bit more depth to it, but I'll just give that a splash of water and put it on the wet mat, I think it was called. What I call it? Propagator mat. Oh, here we go. Well, there we are. I'm just about halfway through, I think, so far. It's capillary matting that they're sitting on for so that it just soaks up the moisture. Fancy not remembering capillary matting. I don't know. But it's not scripted, and when your mind goes blank, it goes blank. So I've got the Supa Mama there. I've got the Sungold, Tiny Tim at the back there on his own. I have Yellow Perfection here. And the next ones I've got to do are the Roma VF and the Gardener's Delight Tomato. So I'll put you on pause, get moved on with those. Well, that's them all potted on. I've got them all on the capillary matting now. The Gardener's Delight at the back are in the 10 by 10 by 9.5, I think they are, pots, which are a little bit bigger than the other ones, and begin to wish I'd used those for the whole lot now, but never mind, we'll see how it goes. I forget the size of pots the Victorians used to swear by, but I'll have to look that up. That'll be something else I can ask DuckDuckGo, because I try not to use Google. You can see the cucumber mini munch are starting to get a bit big. They are starting to flop over a bit. Rather than put them on straight away into the next size up, which will probably be a 1 litre pot, I've just staked them a little bit to see if I can get them to straighten up, and then we'll see how they come along. The other ones at this end, the Beth Alpha, they're not doing as well. And interestingly, the shape of some of these seedlings that have come through, this one here is a Roma VF. That was a late germinator, and so was this one, so they're a bit behind, but this one's got a, don't know if that's going to come to anything at all, but it's trying, so you know, nature might out. And there's Tiny Tim being tiny, so that's not bad. I'm quite pleased with that. So there we go, I'll just spin you around and we'll do the wrap up. This is it, the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I was in two minds whether to plant any more, but I think it's time's pressing on now. I have to get the tea ready. It's curry tonight, so that'll be quite nice. The tomatoes were the main focus to get done this afternoon. What I hope to get done for the rest of the week, as I've said, are the beans, the potatoes, the courgette, and also the salads, to start the salads off as well. Interestingly, I was in Lidl today, and they had a special offer. You can buy 4 packs of seeds, which were originally 29p, and you can buy them 4 packs for £1, so that's 25p each. So I got myself some lettuce. Don't know if you can see what that one is there. I think it's called Attraction. and this one is the Stuttgarter Giant. Since the onion seeds didn't do too well, I'll try them for next year. And I've got here a Nantes type carrot for an early one. Don't know if I'm going to bother with those yet, but then there was this one, a later one, what's it called? Burlicum 2. So I got those, so we'll see how they come. But that's for another time. But for now, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please consider giving a like. If you've got an idea to follow for the rest of the season and want to subscribe, I'd appreciate that as well, and see how things go. And if you want to leave a comment down below, I'd appreciate that as well. Be as critical or as kind as you like, who knows. But that's it. So, good gardening to you all. TTFN.